This morning's devotion comes from Mark chapter 10, verses 35 through 45. It says, James and John, Zebedee's son, came to Jesus and said, "Teacher, we want you to do for us whatever we ask." "What do you want me to do for you?" he asked. They said, "Allow one of us to sit on your right and the other on your left when you enter your glory." Jesus replied, "You don't know what you're asking. Can you drink the cup I drink, or receive the baptism I receive?" "We can," they answered. Jesus said, "You will drink the cup I drink and receive the baptism I receive. But to sit at my right or left hand isn't mine to give. It belongs to those for whom it has been prepared." Now, when the other 10 disciples heard about this, they became angry with James and John. Jesus called them over and said, "You know that the ones who are considered the rulers by the Gentiles show off their authority over them, and their high-ranking officials order them around. But that's not the way it will be with you. Whoever wants to be great among you will be your servant. Whoever wants to be first among you will be the slave of all. For the human one didn't come to serve, but rather to serve and to give his life to liberate people." You probably know some people like James and John in your life. They're the kind of people who are the teacher's pet. They're Tracy Flick in the movie Election. They're the go-getters, the people who are the brown-nosers, the people who will do anything to get ahead, who are power seekers. They're power hungry, and they want to be at the forefront of power, not necessarily the one in charge, but the one whispering into the person in charge ear, those people. And Jesus, he sees that in James and John, and he says to them, "Okay, you want to have power like I have power? Then drink the cup I drink and enter the baptism that I enter." You see, he flips the switch. He says to James and John that ministry like Jesus' ministry is not about attention. It's not about being in charge or telling people what to do. Ministry like Jesus' ministry is servanthood. It is giving up that place of Jesus' side, the throne by Jesus' throne, and getting down and stepping out with Jesus into the world. You see, we're called to look for where Jesus is already walking, where Jesus is already adventuring into the world. We're called into that place to walk beside Jesus. And once you see Jesus at work in the world, it is almost impossible not to walk alongside. Now, it's hard work sometimes to look for Jesus because it's not where you expect Jesus to be. Jesus is almost never in the place where you expect power and authority to be. Jesus is in the low places. And so we are called to be servants in the world.